Let's talk about why posting on social media has not translated to sales for your direct sales business. I hear this all the time. Michelle, I'm posting in my private Facebook group, but nobody's buying anything. What am I doing wrong? And the thing is that you're not doing anything wrong. It's that your expectations need to be adjusted. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Michelle Fox. I've been in direct sales for over 25 years with Mary Kay Cosmetics. In the last 7-ish years, I've chosen to expand my own brand online as a beauty influencer. And this has provided multiple avenues of income for me. And so I love to show other women who want to utilize social media and the benefits of online marketing how to do that to expand their business primarily without overwhelm. And I like to cut to the chase. I speak from the heart, all kinds of cliches, but no BS. Okay, it's like I'll tell you what I've tried, what has worked, what hasn't worked. So let's jump in. You are not doing it wrong. You perhaps don't understand or haven't chosen an objective. When people post on social media, it can be for a variety of reasons. It can be to increase brand awareness. It can be to increase your number of followers or subscribers. It may be because you're trying to establish a relationship with your audience and to develop trust with them. And you may be attempting to create familiarity to just show that, yes, you're going to show up consistently, that you are a figurehead that they can rely on, so that when they do see you as a resource in your field, that they know that you'll be there when they need you. So all of our posts, we need to decide when we post which objective we're trying to accomplish. Okay. If we're talking about private Facebook groups, that is a slightly different animal than public social media in general. In your private Facebook group, I think in our mind, we think that we've got our key customers gathered in this little group, and that if I show them these products, or in particular, if I offer a sale, a special, that's where they're going to place their order. But here's where I want you to adjust your thinking about groups, about Facebook groups. Instead of thinking of it as a place to sell, meaning like a post equals sales, think of it as a place to establish community. Your Facebook group is a place that you want your customers to want to be, that you want them to feel special. You're rolling out the red carpet. You're celebrating their birthday. You are offering them occasional discounts, but you're giving them insider info. You're letting them know when new products are coming on board or when products are being discontinued. You want there to be an atmosphere of this is your go-to place when you want to connect with other women, when you want to get beauty tips, when you want to explore, what does this product or that product do? Yes, you talk about your products, and yes, you can have sales and discounts. But if every single post is you trying to sell something to them, they are going to tune it out, no matter what the discount is. Okay. Your private group is primarily for developing rapport and for fostering a relationship with those people. And there are lots of strategies for doing that. And I talk about that in one of my courses called Fast Track to Facebook Success. I'll give you more information on that later. But let's establish that right out of the gate, is that your private Facebook group is not necessarily where you're doing a hard sell. It's more of a place where you're showing up consistently as their go-to person for your field. So I'm their go-to beauty person. I'm letting them know what's happening, what's changing. I'm doing pop-up sales. This is where I invite them to my holiday open house. We celebrate birthdays. I have giveaways. We have sort of our own culture. We have our own phrases like Win It Wednesday or the Friday drawing at the end of the month. That is what you want to establish there. Will you sell there? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. I really don't necessarily get a lot of sales in my private group, but that's where I make connections with my people. And sometimes they'll post, they'll comment on something that I post and say, oh my gosh, I need this. And that's great. And if that is your objective, then you want to be using before and afters and stories meaning, tell the story about how the product, improved your life, but also go live. You can do live demonstrations, like, be the hostess of your own party and demonstrate all the products, and then maybe give them a limited time special offer. Another thought is that you want to reward their loyalty. And so I do have a customer rewards program where they earn points on their purchases, but also in my group, they earn entries into a drawing every time they like a post or comment, if they invite a friend, if they watch me live. So think of that group as a place where you're tending to your flock so that they stay with you. Because when they love you, when they have learned to know, like, and trust you, they will buy from you no matter what you sell. All right. And so it's not about selling in the moment. This is the long game. Like, you're there to show up consistently as a helpful figure in your field, where they know that if something's going on in the Mary Kay world, they know. They're the first to know, because that's how I've set it up. That's how I want them to think about it. So there's that shift in your thinking that needs to happen. So that's specifically with private Facebook groups, which is what comes up the most. Okay. I want to go bigger than that. I want to talk about social media in general, all the different platforms, and expand your thinking as far as what you can accomplish on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and even Pinterest. So get excited. All right. So if you have not yet subscribed to Boss Babes Online, hit the subscribe button so that you can continue to get this kind of training and that we can get to know each other and stay in touch. Let's say you're watching this and you are that person that has said, okay, I'm posting, I'm not getting sales. I need sales right now. My car payment is due. And I was expecting this business to provide that for me. When I need sales right now, I do not rely on posts. All right. I'm going to go old school. I'm going to have a party. I'm going to text my customers. I'm going to talk to people face to face. I can do an online party or an online promotion. I'll sign up for a vendor booth. I'm going to do the things that I've been taught to do as a direct seller in order to get sales. You have to do the work to reap the rewards. And posting sometimes will result in a sale, but not always. Not always. Okay. And I have an outstanding, if I do say so myself, handout about this. It's called 100 Easy Ways to Get New Customers and Sales. And it just points out all the things that we can be consistently doing everywhere we go, every day, in order to draw sales to us. Posting on social media is just part of the equation, and it is the long game. All right. You really can't necessarily count on, immediate sales through your posts. I can't stress that enough. Have I gotten sales because of social media? Yes, I have. And so that's what I want to explain. Okay. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. We have certain limitations when we're in direct sales, and specifically in Mary Kay. We have social media guidelines that limit what we can say, what we can offer, whether they are able to easily click and make a purchase in the moment or not. So let me give you a comparison. All right. When I'm on TikTok and I'm talking about Mary Kay lipstick, and maybe I'm showing the different pink lipsticks for Valentine's Day, and I ask them to comment their favorite, there is no way that they can click on anything and buy that lipstick right now from me. At best, I might say, if you want more information on how to get these lipsticks, or if you're looking for a Mary Kay beauty consultant, comment lipstick, and then you start a back and forth with them. But for the most part, when you're on a public platform like TikTok and you're talking about a brand like Mary Kay, what's going to happen is your audience either already has a consultant and they're going to buy from her, or they're going to Google, where can I buy Mary Kay, and get it cheap, and they're going to see their opportunity to get it on eBay or Amazon. Don't do that. But it happens. But what they can't do is click on something and buy from you right then. They have to start a dialogue. You need to make sure that they're not already somebody else's customer. You have to give them your website information, blah, blah, blah. And so it's not as conducive to sales as certain other things are. So I'm not only in direct sales, but I'm also an affiliate influencer for other products. If I'm talking about a hair removal device, and as I'm talking about it on TikTok, the picture of it can pop up, and a little shopping cart can pop up, and they can click it, and they can go and they can see today's price, and they can order it right now while they're still watching me on TikTok. They don't have to copy and paste anything. They don't have to go anywhere else. It's all right there for them. Yeah, they're more likely to do that. Can I rely on that? No, but I've had some videos where I've promoted. I have like a hair piece that I promote that I sold tons of them in that video, like within a few days. I can't necessarily rely on that, because then the next time I post on something like, I don't know, what did I do? Like magnesium supplement or something, crickets. Nobody was interested. I just didn't, for whatever reason. So what I'm saying is that when we're posting on social media, if it's easy for people to click and shop, you're more likely to get the sale. You can't really rely on the sale. Really, I don't necessarily expect the sale. What I'm trying to accomplish is more like, I want to be front of mind. I want them to recognize my face. I want them to associate me with beauty. I want to establish trust, establish a rapport. I want to increase my number of followers and my subscribers, because as people follow me from platform to platform, you're my YouTube subscriber, you follow me on Facebook, you watch me on TikTok, you see me consistently show up with helpful information, tips and tricks that you find relevant for what you're going through. You like the products that I recommend, and you start to feel a connection with me, and you trust me, and you kind of want to be like me. Not to sound vain, but isn't that basically what influencers are doing? Like, they're saying, hey, be like me. And when it's somebody that we can relate to and we connect with and we like, we want to, whether we're recognize that or not, we want to be like them. And so we're like, what toothpaste do you use? What hairspray do you use? And that is the kind of connection, that's the potential that you have with social media. It's not about the immediate sale. It's you got to think about the long game. As far as how should you post, what should you post, I cannot stress enough that short form video, and I'm not really a fan of it myself. It's not my strong suit, but there is no denying that short form video is vastly more successful than what's called a still post, where you just have a picture and a comment. People want to see your face. They want to hear your voice. They want to be told a story, or to visually see something, before and after. That is going to grab their attention so much more. Plus, social media platforms push video before they push other types of posts. And young people, that's basically all they look at. So if you're trying to get to a younger audience, they're not even looking at other posts. They're just going straight to stories and reels. And you don't need special equipment. You don't need a ton of knowledge. What you need is enthusiasm. And you need to decide, how did this product benefit me? And so you just do a super short video that is just raw and real, and you're just either showing or you're telling how much the product has meant to you, and you're just kind of offering them an opportunity to get more information. Or you're just teaching them something. As I teach people, then they start to trust me and like me and see me as the go-to person. And then in the future, they might buy something from me. So, there's so many objectives here with social media. It's so much more than a sales platform. So keep in mind that people don't buy because they see a product and they love it, or because you mark down the price. They buy because they see the value of it, and they buy from you because they like you, because they've learned to trust you. And so all of that is like an ongoing objective as you post on social media. Now, this part is specifically for Mary Kay girlies. Mary Kay has very strict guidelines about what you can say, where you can say it, if you can offer a discount, or even if you can provide a link for them to shop. I think that these standards are going to change over time, but we have to look at what the rules are now. And if you want to keep your consultantship, you need to go by them. So on my Facebook business page, I can talk specifically about a product. I could even offer it at a discount, and I can include a link for them to click and shop. So that is a little more likely to get a sale than, let's say, on TikTok. So on TikTok, according to Mary Kay, because it's a public platform, we are not officially supposed to offer discounts or team build or even provide like a link for where they can directly shop with you. Mary Kay is encouraging us just to get product awareness, brand awareness, to kind of make Mary Kay relevant again. And eventually that could lead to a sale for us or for your sister consultants. It's helping Mary Kay, the brand. That's all great. But that's a lot different than something that's sold on TikTok shop, like the hair removal device that I talked about, where I can do a video for that picture pops up, the cart shows up, they can click it, shop, buy it right now. That's a big difference. And so you need to kind of become familiar with where am I more likely to make sales because Mary Kay approves it, and where should my objective be more about showing up as an authority in my field and maybe inviting people to join my private Facebook group or inviting them to join my email list. Something that I do is I'll go to different platforms and I'll type in the search bar Mary Kay and I'll see what comes up as posts. And the ones that I'm attracted to, like where it's usually like a sales director or somebody who just is really gorgeous and she's showing something that she loves and she's talking about it. And I think, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's what I want to do. But if you look at the comments, the people that are actually commenting, 9 times out of 10, they're Mary Kay people. And so, well, you might feel like a failure, like I'm posting on social media and I'm not getting sales. Whereas look at this national sales director, she posts and she's got 200 comments. But if they're from 200 beauty consultants, it's not really establishing sales for her. And she's probably okay with that because that might not be her objective. She might be trying to train her sales force, or she might just be trying to establish herself as an authority in her field or what have you. So, like I said, there are different objectives. There are different rules depending on what social media platform you're on. And as you understand that and come up with a strategy, I think that you will begin to see the benefits of what you're doing. Social media promotion is a long game. It's not something that you necessarily see immediately, but everything that you put out there will come back to you, maybe not in the way that you anticipated. So there's something called curiosity marketing that I think it would benefit you to think about. And that is where instead of saying, this is Mary Kay antioxidant moisturizer, I love it, these are the benefits, blah, blah, blah. Instead, you don't reveal the brand or the name of the product, but maybe you just show yourself putting it on and saying, I cannot believe that my skin can be this supple in the wintertime, and then show a before and after. Like, I've struggled with red blotchy patches for years, and this is the only moisturizer that works for me. If you're like me and you want to know more, comment more. Okay. They don't know the brand. They don't know what product it is. They don't know how much it is. You're not saying it's on sale or anything like that, but you are saying this is what it does. And so somebody that's like, that's me, oh my gosh, I cannot get rid of this dry patch. They'll probably comment more. And that is where you are like, you're piquing their curiosity and they are coming to you for the information. They're not Googling it because you haven't given them the name of the brand or anything. So once you have that back and forth going, even there, you want to establish rapport, or so they comment more. Then I'm probably going to comment back something like, oh my gosh, sister, I'm glad to know that somebody else feels my pain. What products have you used before? What are you using right now? What have you tried in the past? Something to get the conversation rolling. And then she tells me, and I'll say, okay, well, I'm going to, before the big reveal, I want you to know that I can actually give you a sample of this before you buy it. But if you're in a rush, you can click and shop. Would you like more information? You're just kind of bringing them down the path, and they're like, oh, a sample would be great, or no, I need it right now, or whatever. Eventually, you're going to give them the link where they can buy it. So do you see the difference between saying, this is Mary Kay, antioxidant moisturizer. They see that, they Google it, they go get it on Amazon, or they, get it, they start asking around like, hey, who do you know that sells Mary Kay? Because they aren't thinking that they're supposed to buy it from you. You need to make it clear that that's what you want them to do. And one of the ways is to be a little more, not secretive, but, keeping it close to the vest, where you're talking about the benefit, but they need to come to you to get more information before they can make a purchase. That is a really smart way to do things online, because then the people that aren't interested or don't need what you have, they're not going to reply. And so you're really just dealing with the people that want what you have to offer. And that's a smart way to do, use your time. And keep this in mind too. I remember once I posted a before and after of like the under eye corrector. And somebody that knew me from high school that I hadn't really talked to in years and years saw it and said, oh my gosh, I think I need this. So this was on like my public Facebook business page. So, she bought that from me. I invited her to my private group. Fast forward, she's a team member of mine. She uses all the products, loves them. She is crazy about Mary Kay. And it all started because I posted that before and after and continued to foster that relationship. I took her from my friend to my Facebook business page to my private group, introduced her to more products, and that sale continued to develop. As far as that goes, like that whole process of using Facebook to establish my customer base, I break that down in my course called Fast Track to Facebook Success. It is exactly how I built my business initially. I focused on Facebook. That's it. I was not any other platform at all. So if that sounds like something that would benefit you, I will provide a link that will take you to the landing page and just explain what that course covers and see if it's something that would benefit you, which it would. So that's in the description of the video. Getting back to the question of, hey, I'm posting, I'm not getting sales. What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. Not every post is about getting a sale. It's important that we evaluate what is our objective. What are we allowed to do on that social media platform according to our company? And then come up with a strategy of how we're going to do it. I highly suggest using Reels. And as far as your private Facebook group goes, I think it's time for you to switch your thinking and realize that that is a place where you are fostering your relationship and where sales may come from it. But if you need a sale right now, you need to use your traditional sales skills. You need to pull from that toolbox. So for me, social media is about branding myself, establishing myself as an authority in my field, developing a rapport with my followers and subscribers. Doing this has afforded me multiple avenues of income, and that's been really exciting to me. This is something that I do in addition to my direct sales. When I post, I'm not necessarily expecting a sale. I do get sales, and that is a wonderful benefit, but that is just part of the puzzle. And I think as we understand what social media is all about and have different expectations, different strategies, you're going to start to see different results. So if you got anything out of this video, take a moment to like it. You can even hype it, share it with a friend. And again, if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to Boss Babes Online. I also have a private Facebook group called Boss Babes Online. I'll have the link to that in the description of the video. And if you have any questions, comments, if we need to discuss this further, if there's an area that I forgot to talk about, let me know in the comments. And if enough of you are interested in any particular topic, I'll do a video on it. But either way, I personally respond to every single comment. And I would love to know what you think, what your questions are, what your frustrations are. And let's figure out how to use social media to expand our businesses. It can be done. You can definitely do it. I believe in you. Every effort that you make, whether it's in person or online, it will come back to you, just maybe not in the way that you thought it would.